Hey everybody, and welcome back to Verbose Mode, brought to you by Tux Care. You know where we're at, Museum, Mississippi Museum of Art, Mississippi Museum of Art. It's an amazing, amazing venue. We are at Magnolia Conf here in Jackson, Mississippi, and my last interview of the day, I wanted to bring on my buddy, Will Klein. What's going on, Will?
Hey everyone, great to be with you, Chris.
I am so stoked for this. When was the last time we've seen each other?
Ooh, we bumped into each other. Did we see each other this last year? I know there was. So. It was 2 years ago in Denver for
DevOps Days Rockies.
DevOps Days Rockies. Yep.
So
awesome.
the first time that Will and I met, we were at Dinosaur JS, right? That was Dinosaur JS.
2019.
The last Dinosaur JS, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Last time we had it.
I think I was living in Denver at the time, and then I was helping out everybody there. I was a volunteer. Really, really great event, though. I mean, great speakers.
Yeah.
I had a blast. So I mean, it was the first time that Will and I met, and we met up at DevOps Days Rockies. I swear we've been
online together. Like we've been following each other online, keeping up with each other.
Did you go to Commit Your Code last year?
No, I haven't been to one yet.
Oh, you got to go to Commit Your Code.
I know.
Shout out to Danny Thompson and everybody that makes Commit Your Code just an amazing, amazing event. They did an amazing event this year. They did an amazing event last year. We're hoping for a 2026. So I hope to see you at 2026.
Yeah, there's 2026. That's a definite.
Yeah. Cool.
Got
So
it.
is this your first Magnolia Conf?
Yeah, it's my first time in Jackson, Mississippi.
Really?
I've heard amazing things about this community here, which they've absolutely lived up to it. Great people, very welcoming, super chill. This has been an awesome conference.
Yeah. You're giving a talk, right?
Yes.
You're giving a talk.
Yeah.
And you're giving your talk today or tomorrow?
Last one tomorrow, last one of the conference.
Last one of the conference. Ooh, you got the
Yeah.
slot. Well, that's
Yeah.
not too bad.
No, it would be fun.
That's not too bad. What are you talking about? I think I saw something about JavaScript or browser wars or front end stuff or something cool.
Very browser oriented, very DevTools oriented. So I'm very into developer experience, very into developer tools. Anything that helps us be more effective at what we do, that's kind of my jam personally. So I work in developer experience, but for my talk, I'm going to be talking about the developer experience of DevTools. And most people I talk to, they use, what do you use when you open up DevTools?
I use Lighthouse. I use Chrome DevTools.
Yeah, Chrome DevTools. Yeah, exactly. And Chrome DevTools is like kind of, I wouldn't say the OG, but it's the big game in town. They've done so much over the years. They do a lot of education and evangelism. It's really awesome. But I think that people are sleeping on what Safari and Firefox and Edge have to offer. So I'm going to talk about that and kind of shine a light on the different features available in each of the DevTools.
So, I was a big Chrome user back in the day, and then Firefox, they came out with their Quantum, I think it was Quantum, called Quantum Rendering Engine years ago, and it was super fast. And yeah, it was a while back. And the DevTools were just far and above what Chrome was doing, especially when it came to like the front end part of it.
Did you ever use Firebug?
I used Firebug way back in the day.
That to me is like what really comes to mind.
That's the OG.
Yeah,
Firebug
that to me
is the OG. But like when Quantum came out, this was in the era of grid and flex and CSS variables, and like you could just do variable fonts, right? You could just do a bunch of different awesome things that Chrome was lacking. You know what I mean? And if anybody asked me, well, what would you ever pop up Chrome's DevTools? And my answer was always for performance, because Chrome always seemed to do better in their performance piece than Firefox did. And Safari, like I just don't use Safari. So is Safari coming back around? Like what is going on with Safari?
I'm starting to dig into that right now, and I feel like they're playing catch up in some areas in a good way. Like they're catching up on, like I was looking at how they visualize grid and debugging grid layouts. That came out more recently. I think Firefox was ahead of them. But in other ways, one area where they're definitely stronger, and all the different vendors have their reasons for investing in certain tools and certain aspects. Like Google is big into AI right now, so the AI debugging is best in Chrome right now. For Safari, cross-device debugging is really strong because you want to be able to debug experiences on iPhones and iOS and
Android,
tablets.
yeah.
Not Android, but
Oh, okay, I got you.
But they're different devices in their ecosystem. So they all have their different reasons to invest in different things. Edge Edge, for example, they try to have a very good user experience that is simple at first, but very customizable. Which, if you think about it, makes sense because Edge is installed by default on all of Windows, and that's potentially a lot of web developers' first foray into debugging things and playing.
And Edge
with,
is Chromium-based too, isn't it?
Yeah. And despite most of those browsers, everything but Safari being Chromium-based, they all sort of fork in their own way different features. So they all have a sort of a common, common underlying technology, but they're all trying to put their own exploration on user experience for developers in different features.
So is there any little sneak peek that you can give us and our audience today of your talk tomorrow? Any little snippet that you can drop, or is it under wraps?
No, I mean, nothing's too under wraps, but I'll tease one thing. I'll be dressing up as a famous detective, which isn't a big deal, but for me it is. I'm usually not
Columbo? Or Matlock?
I like your references. Oh my gosh, daytime TV back in the 80s. Definitely grew up on those things as kids. But no, I'm gonna have a little bit of fun with it. I went with a bit of a Marvel theme for the actual title of the talk is DevTool Wars Across the Browserverse.
Nice.
I'm a big Spider-Man fan, but I couldn't find a Spider-Man costume in time.
Yeah.
So I kind of felt like, I really felt like something detective-y would really play into it well.
There is a Spirit Halloween around here. You might be able to like DoorDash a mask or something.
I know. I've already got something prepared though.
Yeah?
I've already got something prepared.
Because I know Caleb could even 3D print you a mask, maybe.
I gotta say the Halloween, one thing that everybody should know about Magnolia Conf, which maybe we've talked about in other chats, is the Halloween festiveness. It's like it's here.
I love it.
It's off the charts here. There's a giant skeleton over there.
Yep.
Halloween themed tables, speakers in costume. I think that's so much fun and just brings back this very web to me is fun.
Yeah.
It's not just about business and all that
Right.
corporate stuff. It's about having fun and exploring things, playing around, and this conference has that.
Yeah, definitely. So I've been asking all my guests a handful of questions, and I'm going to ask them to you.
All right.
What do you love most about your job?
I really do love looking at the developer experience for the people that use what my team builds and trying to make that better. Because I feel like there's a lot of care we give to general user experience, to just anybody using our apps and such. And it's easy to forget that we as developers are users too. And the things that we're doing every day to be productive, to be effective at what we do, to enjoy what we do, that really matters. So writing good documentation, writing good types and information in our JS doc, all those different things are really important, just as important as anything else we do, especially when the people we're serving are other developers.
Yeah. No, that's a great point you bring up, and I talk about that when I give my accessibility talks. I kind of try to bring it up in every talk I give.
Love that you do.
If I have enough time, right? I couldn't talk about it today, but I talk about there's a people aspect to it, especially when I talk about the accessibility stuff. When I used to do the accessibility talks, it's like, yes, at the end of the day, it's the users that matter. It's the people that are consuming the product, but we also have to think of ourselves. We have to be a little bit selfish, because that might be us one day that is using it, right?
I think it's surprising how much of that is us sooner than we think. I mean, I'm finding that there's two aspects that I already found myself not needing help with, but I definitely finding that when people make create better UX that's more accessible, helps me that I don't need to reach for my mouse, that I can keyboard navigate through something. And that helps me stay in focus. And I have ADHD, so some things can make that better, some things can make that worse.
Yeah.
Some things that don't perform well, if something's terrible in performance, like you've mentioned security, performance, and accessibility. Performance is, to me, accessibility. That's an accessible trait for me.
is.
If something doesn't perform and it takes too long, like that, I lose focus, I lose flow, I lose my ability to do my work effectively, and it slows me down. And it can be very that all adds up.
Yeah.
And of course, like how big text is, being able to read it well. I'm getting older, my eyes are, they're fine, but I'm already starting to squint at things and make things a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
Just so I can, not have eye strain at the end of the day. Which, if I think back to my 20s, I had eye strain at the end of the day in my 20s as well.
Right.
So I think we often overlook that accessibility is one of the best examples because it really helps everybody.
Yeah.
We just don't see it all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, but as soon as we start to see it, it starts to become more and more obvious that, oh yeah, investing in this, not just for the people who need it for, say, screen reader support, but for ourselves, like it all adds up for everybody.
100%. That's awesome. Yeah, no, I love your take on it. I love your take.
Thanks.
Since this is Halloween themed, and we got Halloween is right around the corner, and some of us are in costume, me and my Michael Myers mask.
Oh jeez, that was creepy.
It was
the way
creepy.
you walked around, it had me.
If I would have just had the whole setup, but I just didn't want to bring
that
with
was
me.
enough. Just the mask
Just
was
the
enough.
mask was
Chris
enough.
was super like into character before he gave his talk, and oh man.
That's what you have to do. So with that being said, what is your favorite childhood costume that you wore for Halloween?
Ooh, as a kid, wow, you're taking me back. What can I think of here? I barely remember any of my costumes. Okay, I'll tell a quick story. I remember dressing up as a hockey player, which wasn't anything special because I played hockey, so I had all the gear. But I wore rollerblades, and this one year I had this plan to hit as many houses as possible. And the cool thing that happened was I ended up trick-or-treating with another kid. I don't even remember how I knew him, but we were trick-or-treating together, and he was in a wheelchair.
Okay.
And it completely changed my night in a way I did not expect, and very much for the better.
Yeah.
To go around with a new friend that was in a wheelchair, that wasn't able to speed around like I could on rollerblades, but was on wheels for a very different reason and very different speed and very different mobility situation. And I had a wonderful night that time.
That's awesome.
That's the one night of Halloween I'll never forget, and it was awesome.
That's a great story. Hopefully other people out there have amazing stories like that as well. I know I don't have one like that. That's really cool. It's really, really cool. And it's really cool, like, if you could be behind them and skating through the streets with them and, being able to just cruise, that's
cruise
really, really cool.
and to be at their, to experience what they experience to a degree, to see things from their perspective to as much
putting
as
putting yourself in their shoes, putting yourself in their body and how they experience life.
Yeah,
that's the one thing that's kind of always, it's always looked at, and it's a design principle, putting yourself in the user's shoes. So, Will, with that, do you want to plug anything for the audience?
No, I'll just say I love what you've been doing at TuxCare. I'll share that I also love what I get to do at North. I work on developer experience at north.com. I work at North Developer. We're a payments company, but I work on the developer experience team, exposing APIs and making it possible for payment developers to implement payments across a wide array of experiences.
Cool. Awesome.
Thank you for letting me share.
I appreciate you, Will. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We are out of here. Catch us tomorrow with a new verbose mode. We got a couple guests tomorrow, and then we are going to wrap up, and then we will see you at the next event.